Hello and welcome back to Minecraft Xbox 360 Nostalgic Edition. This is definitely not where I left off. I was recording and kind of got caught up in stuff and kind of just had to leave the recording half done. So what's happened basically is I was wandering looking for new chunks and I found this area that I thought was cool, but it's dark, so I decided it'd be safer to just maybe make something while I'm here. So I just started digging, and that's basically where we left off. I made some advancements on the main world. Sorry, I've just finished drinking, so I'm a bit bloated. I just had a coffee, or was it a decaf? I can't remember. I think it was probably a decaf. That goes back a bit too far. Oh, I can't remember the difference, if it was a decaf or if it was a coffee. I think it might have been a regular coffee. Considering the speed at which I can hear myself speak right now, it must have been just a coffee. But yeah, I was wandering around and I was seeing all the aquatic update stuff and it felt like the episode was too short. So, because what happened is I got 7 minutes in and then I got distracted and then like didn't get to come back for 2 hours. And I completely forgot what I was doing, completely lost my track. And even then was like, even though 2 hours had passed and I came back, it was still like, oh, I still have to leave. So I like kind of rushed the episode and it didn't feel right, so I'm going to try and do an actual full length one. I did say in that video I wanted to experiment with different lengths, but I feel like a 10-minute video might be too short for anyone to click on anymore. I feel like YouTube is best at long form content. Ideally what I'd like is to be able to sit here for an hour. And then upload like an hour-long video. Like the other day, I made a video that was like 48 minutes long, but I had to edit it, and it took me so long to render and re-render it, and it was just a complete unnecessary extra amount of time just to render one of these videos. The video I made the other day where I showed the comments and they faded in and stuff, I did that all live in OBS, so I was like able to like do some transitions and things without having to use an external program. But I know that's not what people want me to be talking about. I'm just a little concerned right now because I don't have the means to make a bed, and I'm definitely lost. Well, maybe we could explore this cave that's here. You know, I do want to turn this into a sort of base. Just temporarily for the night time. I just need something to do until the day changes. Because the idea was, last time, to go for a wander, I needed cows. I said I needed food, so I got some cows and some beef and stuff. There was a couple of extra things. What I did is I showed the roller coaster. It's not really a roller coaster, it's just a long minecart track that goes from one end to the other. So the highest chance I have, I think, is finding one of these long minecart tracks. I need to build a chest. I've got too much stuff and not enough places to put it, so we're gonna have to build a chest. There we go. Yeah, I needed the leather because I was making books and things, because in one of the previous episodes I said that I needed silk touch to make my life a lot easier, and I had no enchanting table in this world, so I went ahead and made one. Found a space for it, made one. I was doing this offline, or off recording. I keep saying offline. Oh, it's daytime. Huh, that was quick. The thing is as well, I wanted to be able to kind of put a pin in this location, but I don't have it. Okay, this isn't actually a cave. Well, cave fully explored. That was a fun, long, treacherous journey. Well, you never know with caves. They just stop in this version of the game. Makes life a lot easier, but you tend to have to find, you get like little air pockets, and you've got to like mine through what's already a cave to get to the next air pocket. But yeah, I guess, hold on, let's see if I could just find the extremes of the world. Like the corners. The Minecraft world is pretty small in this game. I can't remember exactly what size, but it's one of the smallest world sizes. I've said several times before, I'm not sure if I've generated everything or not. I can't tell if stuff loads in just because it's outside of my render distance or if I've loaded it before. I don't know. Look at the different like waters here. I said previously I don't think I've ever seen a jungle or a jungle tree in this world. I'm pretty certain the last time I played this game was pre-even jungle trees. So if I find jungle trees, that would be cool, because then I can put this cocoa bean on it. And then I can go, jungle trees, that's not something that I don't have, and that means that there is possibility to generate new terrain. But I don't think these are jungle trees, I think these are just really tall oak trees. So, you know, I would love to do the end and stuff, but I'm not sure if I explored all of the terrain before the end was added. Yeah, that won't let me do that. I also need to cook the food. That's something else I need to do, so I can eat it safely. There's a big house. What house is that? It's got stone on the bottom. Well, that doesn't remind me of any house I've seen so far. It's definitely not a generated structure though, so that's interesting. Let's go have a look. Oh, yeah, there's torches. I've been here before. Oh, I remember this. Okay, a really long time ago. I suppose all of it was a really long time ago. But I decided I'm tired of my world, it's too safe, so I ran off as far as I could, and then I found somewhere to build a house, and I made this beach house. And I took pictures of it. You used to be able to upload screenshots to Facebook through Minecraft on the Xbox 360 edition, so I used to do that. I used to take pictures of, and this is that house I used to take pictures of. There's a sign. What does it say? This is my runaway house. My little beach house. Oh, it says beach house quite far away. Okay. Some decent stuff. I guess while we're here. Oh, you found me. Now feed me. Optional. I think I'll take myself up on that offer. I'll feed him. Just wait for me to cook. Yeah, I like the view. I remember when I first built this house, creepers would still just spawn wherever. Like, mobs would just spawn wherever regardless of light level. And there was a creeper that spawned in the roof and he was just there for the longest time. And I guess that was part of the reason why I left the beach house behind, was because... See, this feels so far away, but... I mean, it is far away. I did walk for a really long time to get here. Have some steak. You know what? You can have some too. You can have all of them. Okay, he's definitely healed. Now that he's got the hearts. I'm gonna cook some steak. I'm gonna go... I need to think of which direction though. Which direction can I go? I go in every direction. Any direction I choose. Just kind of wish something would be like, how generating terrain. I thought I saw terrain generating last time, but I didn't. It just took a minute to load in. Dude, I hit the corner. I can't be too far away from the corner right now. Then we'll come back. Yeah, this has got to be the corner, right? There it is, the corner of the world. There's trees on it. But here we go, there's enough space here to maybe you could probably build a house on the corner. Let's get under the water. There it is. The corner of the world, for some reason made out of stone. But that is the limits. I seem to remember if you go corner to corner, it doesn't even take a full day, like in-game, which is like 10 minutes. Or in this version of the game, it seems to be a lot quicker than 10 minutes. But I don't know if it's just my perception of time has changed as I've gotten older, but 10 minutes feels like nothing, so... Yeah, speaking of which, we've just passed 10 minutes, and it feels like I've been talking for like 2 seconds. Crazy, but that works. I just have to find the beach house now. I'm going to collect the rest of the steak before I leave, because sprinting all over the place and having no food is kind of a little annoying. Wee. Okie dokie, let's take this with me. That should be enough for the rest of this journey. There's some drowned. So I'm going to go this way now. I'm going to kind of head towards the back corner. I'm going to go up here just because like the higher up the better. The less jumping I have to do ultimately. There's a cool little space here. I like this. That's kind of neat. Yeah, let's go this way. There was absolutely no point in me climbing that mountain, but I didn't know, so now I know. See, I keep getting some lag spikes, but I think it's just because it's loading in old terrain. I don't know what terrain generation is like. It would kind of suck to have to start a whole new world. I don't know if there's some way of like copying the save and like, I don't know, just putting the main world into a world that hasn't got generated terrain. I don't know if something like that exists. Like, I feel like people wouldn't have bothered. They would have just been like, just start a new world. But this one has like a sentimental, like, sentimentality to it. But if I can't do the end, then, you know, that's not too bad. I can reset the Nether. And then maybe, I mean, I haven't seen an Enderman this entire time. So I'm thinking if I could reset the Nether, then maybe, just maybe I could find an Enderman. I'm still not sure if I've done the new update. I don't know if the Nether update is in this or not. I really don't, so I'm assuming so. I think I saw Nether bricks, so I'm assuming it must be right. But seeing these random boxes around is leading me to believe that maybe, just maybe, I've already generated everything. Which is a little frustrating, because it means if I've already generated everything, I did it before the end. Yeah, I've been here. I haven't showed you this, but I've been here when I've been playing this game on my own. It's just got a glass floor for some reason. That's like the whole thing about it. But the thing about this is it's not too far away from my main base. Where you realise just how small the world actually is. Because it's really not that big. Like, it feels big, but it just isn't that big. If we just keep running, we will eventually just come across something that we are familiar with. Yeah, there's torches here already, so like, you know you've been somewhere if there's torches. Oh, there's my water tower. So I'm pretty certain I ran, to begin with I went that way. Like, so I've basically done a whole search around the perimeter and found nothing, which is a shame. It would be a shame to build a whole new world just to do the end. Like, I feel like doing the end on this world would have been so much more special. feel like it wouldn't be too different doing the end on just a new world. But it might be interesting making a new world at some point, but I don't know if that, you know, that it would still be Minecraft Xbox 360, but it wouldn't be this world, you know? It would be from scratch. And I don't know if that's very nostalgic or not. I feel like I need to add torches to that, you know? Okay, well, 15 minutes in and we're back somewhere familiar. That's useful. Yeah, so I'm gonna put some lights on this thing. Just to give it some, like, accentuation. Is that a slab? Oh, it's because of the slab I can't put that there. Do I have the lights there? I'll think about that properly some other time. For now, they're there, just to be there. So yeah, I made an enchanting room. I found all the bookshelves that were just randomly around and just chopped them down. And now we have this. It can do level 30 enchants. I want Silk Touch, so I could just collect stone. However, you've seen my Nether, so I'm thinking we might have to reset the Nether. Not because, let's be honest, my Nether is terrible. It's completely inaccessible because gas just keeps spawning non-stop. And it's just a 2-block high hallway. If I remember correctly... Oh, phantoms are after me? The reason I've got so many... I can't believe there are phantoms in this version of the game. It feels so cursed. Like, that doesn't feel that old. You know, there are things in here that just feel like they don't belong. Because you've got all the old textures and stuff, but then you've got the phantoms. It's certainly an odd mix of stuff, this version of the game. I like it. It just Phantoms is like my least favourite thing. I wish they'd never added that. But that means there's definitely an end in Elytras. That would be interesting, actually. I wonder what flying around with an Elytra is like. Because the world's so small. Like, there's almost no point. You could get horse. And fly horse. Riding a horse would probably cover the whole map in like 2 minutes. So the idea that you can fly around in this version of the game seems a little, you know, it's cool, but it seems a bit like excessive. See the limitations of this hardware, it wasn't really designed for that. Let me see if I could remember where the Nether portal is. Oh, actually, instead of that, we'll take the minecarts. I did this last time when I was recording, but I got interrupted, so I couldn't continue the recording. So let's see the sights. Whoa! So many sights! And then, boing! You bounce off the dog, and you come back. It was a pretty efficient way of getting around. No! I forgot you have to crouch to get out the minecart. Boing! That pig is still there. He was there last time I recorded, just stood on that block. Okay, now we've seen the sights. Let's do the other one. This is what I did actually. I literally put this minecart down to building area, right? This is the south side of the map. So you've seen the end of the map, the other side, right? Now this is a lot longer. This was for the Honor Rail achievement. It took me forever. But you'll see when we get to the end of this track, which takes a while. It's the other end. So yeah, it's definitely a much better distance this way. That's why I started out back here. So I started my exploration from back here. This is my so-called building area. It's rubbish. I was experimenting with builds and I was like, how do I do something that's not square? And I couldn't figure it out. And then I was like, how do I do circle? And that was the best ball I could make. Looks great, right? Everyone loves this. But yeah, there is no way for me to generate more terrain, so I guess the idea of having the end is not possible. I'm gonna have to look this up in between episodes to see if there's a way that I can add the end in without, you know, without having it spawn in naturally. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. We? What the? Ah! Yay! But yeah, I'm sure if I get off somewhere, I've still generated everything. Pretty certain if I stop like in the middle and just walk that way, I still have generated everything. So, like I said, if I reset the Nether and can find some Endermen in the reset Nether, I don't know what the reset Nether is going to look like, but if I can reset the Nether, then I might be able to find the Eye of Ender. Might be able to make that happen and throw that and see if we could find a stronghold. That'd be a good idea. But if anything, I feel like it'll probably just confirm my ideas that it's not possible. So I want to do that now, actually, towards the end of this episode. So it feels like I've done something. I don't want to do a whole episode, next episode, dedicated to resetting the Nether and finding out, because that feels like it could go either one way or the other. One, it goes really well. I reset the Nether, I get a whole new Nether, and it's amazing. Or it could be the complete opposite, where it's just the same. And that wouldn't really help anybody. So, more options, here we go. Reset the Nether. So you might as well reset the end as well, because... reset. Because we don't have the end. I don't know if resetting the end is going to give me the end. I don't know if it's going to create a portal in the overworld. I really don't know. It would have been really cool if that's what they added. If they added like some sort of, oh, we need to add that it found somewhere that you didn't really go very often or something. But I know I could definitely check the Nether. So yeah, and I've pretty much scoured all of the Nether, out of the Nether, all the glowstone I ever wanted. That's all it really was. It used to just be Nether rack and glowstone. That was like the whole place was just, there was so little to it. Yeah, this is where that old thing was. Where is my Nether portal? Those of you who have been playing this game, do you remember? I certainly don't. Where's this? Is this the... Oh, it's here. Huh. Was that at the bottom? Was it down here? I think it was down here. Okay, let's check the new Nether. See what difference this has made. Good or bad? Please be good. Please be a good difference. Well, we've got quartz instead. We've got quartz now, so that's something for experience. Yeah, the quartz is a good sign. I don't know if there will be end forests or anything like that, though. What's this? Oh, that's a soul sand. There's the bedrock walls. For those of you who've never experienced this version, the world limit, you couldn't exceed the world limit in the Nether either. So Nether travel, the Nether was like 8 times smaller Because I think the way the Nether is like 8 blocks in the Nether is 8 blocks in the overworld or something. Or 1 block in the Nether is 8 blocks in the overworld. That doesn't make any sense. So they had to shrink it down by 8, and I mean, there's definitely a lot more to see. But it's nothing too crazy. I wonder if there'll be a Nether fortress. But it shouldn't take too long to figure this out anyways, considering the fact that it's like, there's bedrock there, I think. I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell from back here. Oh, here we go. My favourite thing about the Nether is the non-stop gas fireballs. It's only a mild annoyance. I'm quite happy about it. I love how annoying it is. Yeah, we've got magma cubes around, quite easily accessible, so we can use them for slime majigs. See, besides from the ghasts, the Nether is a pretty safe place. Like, the magma cubes can do obscene amounts of damage, but relatively speaking it's pretty safe, unless you're in a fortress and skeletons and blazes. But if you've got fire resist, usually kind of not an issue being here, so yeah, not that scary of a place really. I guess I'll just collect as much of this as possible so that I can get some experience. I suppose resetting the Nether is kind of something you would have to do because it's so small. You just reset it every time you run out of stuff because it is very small. Yeah, that is the bedrock. So you see that? Why am I getting cave noises in the Nether? Old Minecraft sure is strange. Also, yeah, because we reset the Nether, none of the lava loaded it in for ages. So where I come from might now be absolutely covered in lava. Which is great to think, actually. Good to think it might be too dangerous to go back the way I came. Well, I guess you pretty much have to. Well, there's some magma stuff. I guess you pretty much have to keep resetting until you find a fortress, huh? Seems like a war of attrition. It's cool that you can do that. Like, instead of just being stuck with it like old Minecraft. I always say this is old Minecraft, but like OG Minecraft, you'd just be stuck with what you've got. Kind of like the world I have now. I'm just kind of stuck with the fact I don't have an end. Because I generated all the chunks too early. But you know, I wasn't thinking about the future, I was just playing the game. It's alright, as long as we take some slime stuff out with those magma cube stuff, we can make some potions and then be better equipped. Magma cube! Ow. That is lag. There is no server and it's lagging like we're on a server. Just like regular Minecraft. The hitbox is so exact and the controls seem to be so imprecise. Like, pick one. Imprecise controllers or big hitbox. You can't have imprecise controller and tiny hitbox. It's just mean. I'd like to go the direction where the guest is, but he keeps shooting at me. And the thing is with the guests, they just don't despawn. Ever. They just stay there shooting forever. And it's like Dark Souls dogs logic. So if they're off screen, they teleport to you. Like that. How did that hit me? No one will ever know. What? Do you mean to tell me the gas from that side, around there? There's one over there? Can you see that ghast? I sure can't. This is what makes exploring the Nether so annoying in this version of the game, is you can't see the ghasts. And they shoot you from non-existence. Planes of non-existence. So it did say something about... Oh, hello. You know what, you could stay here, I don't even care. It did say something about Nether fortresses when I reset the end, so I guess it's possible. It just might be a case of reset until you get it. Which, you know, there are limitations, so it makes sense. But yeah, that's pretty much going to be it for this episode. I'm slowly running out of ideas, so I might have to go back to upgrading buildings. So what we should do really is look at... We'll be able to do more upgrades to this, but I want to do it like stage by stage. So this building definitely needs a makeover. I could tell I was being ambitious here with the balcony, patio, whatever you call this, deck, I suppose, decking, but still not very good looking. This building, you know, it's just had one face done. I could really go around it and just make it better from all angles. That temple thing over there, weirdly enough, when you don't look directly at it, it kind of sells itself. It kind of does look like a temple in the distance. But I know it looks dumb, so I need to improve that. This redstone building is completely uninspired and nothing. It's just a giant cube. So, yeah, I need to think about something to do with this. The only thing is it's connected to so much stuff, so it's kind of like... You know, it would be a challenge, either way. The kennel? Doesn't really look like a kennel. It's got waterfalls coming over the sides for some reason. That's something. But I think we could definitely do something about the kennel as well. And the big mansion over there, I don't know what to do to that. I think I'll leave that till last. See this kind of mega complex? See with these blocks? This is kind of like this main base. Maybe I should replace the dirt with stone and kind of make it look like actual just blocks, like proper brutalist architecture. It's just all blocks everywhere you see, because kind of here now it's all really square and stuff. It's just the dirt on the outside here that's not falling in line with that. So I could have it all stone and have it really just looking, you know, like it was a design choice and not just something that happened by mistake. Which it kind of did happen by mistake, it just kind of happened to turn out that way. But I'm going to need a lot of stone for that. Which is another reason why I want Silk Touch. But then because I want Silk Touch I need Lapis to do enchants, and I'm not sure if I've got any. Nor do I know where to find any, because we've already been through the main caves, so I might have to go to a completely different area of the map. There's 4 Lapis in there, so we've got one shot at finding Silk Touch. We might need to go to a completely new area of the map, or not new area, but like a different area, like where I started, some random place like that, and just start digging around there. Somewhere I pretty much haven't mined yet. And then we'll find some Lapis. Hopefully. Oops. Because yeah, it doesn't look like I've got any. Yeah, I always hated Lapis because I felt like it was useless, so I just wouldn't collect it. There's still some in the floor here though. I remember actually the goal one day was to replace all this wool with Lapis. But it was so hard to find, I only managed to get these 4 corners. Either that or I just didn't collect it. I think there actually isn't a lapis under this jukebox. I think I neglected to do that corner. But yeah, I'm going to leave it here, and I hope you're enjoying the series so far. I hope I have some slightly better ideas for you. But it's nice to just come out here and chill, just talk for a bit. And yeah, if you've had this video on in the background, I hope you've done what you've done, and I hope you find another good video. And yeah, have a good rest of your day. Goodbye. Whoa.